So I thought I'd make a quick Evan guide on bursting, since I think a lot of the video resources are kind of old now, and I'm not even sure if there's one for post 6 job with origin and everything. Um, so yeah, I think I wanted to preface this by saying that the most important thing is probably comfort. So this combo that I'm going to show is like min-maxed, but in reality, I think, like, Evan compared to most classes is mostly about execution. So if you find something more comfortable, the variance on like the FD gain that you get from doing this, as opposed to just doing what you're comfortable with, is probably like negligible, and the comfort will honestly win out most of the time. But so I think what most people are familiar with is how our radiance needs to be charged, and so kind of how that works is that we need to get 25 stacks of this like magic attack, and it comes from basically using skills. So mana burst will give 1, and then our like fusions and some of the elemental skills will give 3. So you generally want to use those skills to charge faster. The preferred fusions that you want to use are going to be, I guess you didn't see it there, but it's going to be Wind Breath, and then Earth Dive, and what is this called? Wind Flash. The reason why you want to use these 3, as opposed to like Earth Breath, and I guess, whatever this is called, Thunder Dive, and Thunder Circle, is because the initial hits on the latter 3 fusions I just described they don't come out as fast. So I can quickly demonstrate in a BA, but so if I Wind Breath there, like you barely even saw the animation, but you're going to see that I got the hit of Dragon Breath, the hit of Wind Circle, and the hit of Wind Breath. So with Return Flame, this is going to charge 12 stacks. And now if I compare that to Earth Breath, you can see that I literally returned before I even got a single hit of Earth Breath in. So this is only going to charge 9 stacks, right? So if you want to do the faster combo, you cannot actually use certain fusions. And then I can demonstrate that for the other hits as well. But so for Thunder Circle, you can see that I'm not even getting the Thunder Circle hit off if I instant return. So I'm only getting 4 stacks here, because the way Dragon Flash works is that each of these hits is only 1 stack. And then, so for Thunder Circle, or Thunder Dive, sorry. No, you can see that, well, Earth Dive or Dragon Dive regardless, usually you can return fast enough for both fusions where you won't get the hit off, but yeah, so you're not getting that there. So to kind of describe the stacking without actually using Radiance, it's going to be 3, and then 6, 9, Return Breath, this is 12, and then you're usually going to do Earth Dive fast enough where you're not getting a single hit of Dragon Dive, so you're only getting the 6 stacks, so 3 from the Evan skill, and then 3 from the fusion. So that's 18 plus 1 from this, because you're going to get 1 hit. And then you're going to get the fusion, which is another 3. So 22. And then you're going to Dragon Slam, and this will like stack 1 slowly. So this is 1, 2. And basically, usually around there, you're going to get 23, 24, and that makes it perfect because then well, currently this is bugged, where it doesn't give you any stacks, but when the bug is fixed in Minar Picnic, you'll be able to use this for another +3 and hit the 25 at the same time as you barrage, which is perfect since then your Worm King will open with your Radiance. So yeah, basically it's going to be pop your longs, so memories and goddess, hit radiance, do all of your combos with slam, and then you're going to roar into barrage, since the barrage will cancel the roar animation, and then you're going to AB after. And then I guess I'll talk about the origin burst a bit later. Or I'll just talk about it now. So basically it's like once all of these things open up, since if you're not doing some cheese strat, you'll be basically either just manning, since your Worm King will be open. You usually want to just pop your Zodiac around then. It can vary. So basically the most important thing is you want to get the Zodiac initial hit inside of your Roar and AB and everything. But, like, if you want to like min-max the damage, you're going to cast it earlier. That way you're getting the 2.5 to like 3-second animation while you can't actually cast any fusions. But I think like there's definitely room to say that it's better to cast it later if you're using it for the bind. So if you're like going to bind before you burst, then you might want to wait until the timer's like 90 seconds. That way you're getting like a full 20-second bind. So just keep that in mind. And then I'll briefly talk about Will and Saren as well. So if you look at the ratios on these skills, so it's 990 times 15 and 1650 times 12, right? So those ratios are actually quite high compared to just our mana burst, which, at least for me, right now it is like 500 for 8 hits approximately. So basically it's worth using these if you are like in the middle of your Worm King, since it's like more damage than just holding mana. So you usually want to use these in Roar, basically if you have no fusions up. Anyways, I guess I can demonstrate. So let me make sure my attack speed is correct. But so it's just pop your longs, summon spiral, pop radiance, and then you would will Saren around here, and then origin, and then you would just fusion until your roar is up and everything. Yeah, that's basically the combo. And then I will say that there is merit to another type of combo, which is basically identical, but you kind of want like debris on a key that you can spam. And basically, if you spam debris as you are doing your fusions, you can squeeze out like another 2, 3, it's usually 2 to 3 stacks, and that means you can, well, with the bug, it'll open earlier. And the reason you kind of want to do this is for bosses where you're not guaranteed to get the full radiance off. So for me, that is like an easy calling P2. You don't have a bind for every other burst, since it's not bound, calling is not boundable by Erda Nova, so you only have the Zodiac burst bind. So on your like 3-minute burst, you usually just want to have radiance open as early as possible, rather than like optimizing for the FD gain with the Worm King. Because the way you open normally, if you open with Barrage, you'll get the 20 FD basically on your entire radiance. But yeah, just going to make a note that there's like merit to just having it open as early as possible. What else to talk about? Oh, you should also, like, there are definitely times where you have Radiance out, and you start comboing, but, like, one of these 3 skills won't be up. You should, like, always make sure that your cooldowns are off, because if you get kind of fucked up, it gets a bit weird. And, yeah. I think that's basically everything. Oh, actually, there's another thing to note, that if you're going to AB or roar cancel, preferably roar, and the reason why you want to roar is because the ratio on barrage is actually really good. So you want to get the barrage hits in. Like this is what? It's 8 times 4 times 1705. Like it's basically as strong as fitting another entire fusion, or like another Earth Dive or Thunder Flash inside of your roar, just by roar canceling. Because yeah, the numbers are so high on it, especially because we get the 6 job FD as well. But yeah, so I think I have a... Oh yeah, my keyboard overlay is working. But if you look at the keyboard overlay, if you try and do the cancel too quickly, the ring activation won't actually go off. So, as you can see, I hit the ring activation, but it didn't go off at all, because you have to like hesitate slightly after your slam for the barrage cancel to work. But anyways, I think that's everything. Yep. GG.